Hello, how you doing? Welcome to this Friday live right here in Encoded Frequency. Remember that we changed the Saturday service day, that it was every Saturday 12 Pacific time, and now it's going to be Friday 11 a.m. Pacific time. And right here, normally we talk about a team, and you guys ask questions. If you have questions from your guides, or you have a question for me, or want to share where you are going on, and normally we send healing frequency and do a little bit of light language. So join me, take a few minutes of your day. And today I wanted to talk about flow, structure, fear, and love. And the name that I wanted to do is Return to Love. We do have this Sunday the Resurrection Day, and many people celebrate in many different ways, but at the energy level, thank you so much for being here. Please let me know with a like or a heart or an emoji if the sound is good. And if you would like to receive healing, it will be transmitted to the words, the sounds, and then we're going to do a little bit of light language. There is a lot of people that have been messaging me privately that they are requesting healing. And whoever requests healing, we do have, remember, meditation, 5:55 a.m. and p.m. every day Pacific time. You guys can meditate and request. Thank you so much. So how are you guys feeling? Let me see if before I talk about what I wanted to talk, that it is okay. I don't have your give me a second. I'm going to wait a little bit just to be able to see your questions. So you guys let me know what questions do you have. And I know there is a lot of days going on. We have the, if I'm correct, the 13 and the 14, that it was just a couple of days ago, we had a conjunction between Neptune and Jupiter. And then we do have full moon, I think it is tomorrow, that it is in Libra, that it is about balance. So what it is going on? Neptune, it's all about gift, intuition, and at the same time it will magnify whatever I'm healing. And I'm not the expert in astrology, I just know a little bit, so correct me if you guys think I'm wrong. And Jupiter, it will be the magnifier for whatever action or whatever is going on in our life. And at the same time, full moon or new moon are vortex or gateways where we can get extra light, in this case moonlight, light from earth, that will help us to manifest, to set our intentions, or to start a new cycle. I remember that my grandma used to take a note about the phases of the moon, and then according to that she will know when it was going to be the due date for whoever was pregnant, or when I was going to have my period, or things like that. Because at least my grandmother, she was connected to the elements of earth, and because they observe, they use their intuition in a way that they will cannot predict what was going to happen and how much prepared they needed to be. And this is kind of what astrology is, whether you guys believe or not, kind of give us the clues about the energy that we are manifesting. It isn't that they rule us, we rule the planets, but the planets are like clues about the collective energy, so we can prepare, so we are not unprepared for whatever comes. And Sunday we have Resurrection Day, that in religion it means that whoever it is Christian, it is when Christ that died the Friday of the crucifixion day, and then he resurrected Sunday. Whether you believe or not, maybe this is a metaphor for the things that we are ready to release. Traumas, wounds that hold us back, and all of these little ways that I sabotage myself because I'm still holding on to what happened to me or what they did to me, instead of being in charge of what's happening now, finding my stability so I can create new things to come. And this is what this resurrection is all about. It also represents the ascension, as living fourth dimension and aligning ourselves into fifth dimension, that it is when I believe we're going to be in our body of life, no longer physical. So the invitation right now it is take an inventory, because remember, April is a month 4. 4 in numerology represents a structure, represents foundation, represent rules, represent being persistent, being committed, represents being working on the things that you want. So everything kind of put the pieces together for us to be aware and shift what it isn't serving us, so we can find that balance. And balance it is when we feel we are in this flow of the universe, when everything comes to us without struggle and comes just because I am in the right day, in the right moment, doing the right thing, in the synchronicity of life. I don't know if you have ever met a person that in your family you said that has good luck. Well, I have a niece. I have good luck too. But my niece, she was born with it. If she's thirsty, she's going to pass by the kitchen and someone would just leave a glass of ice water and she will say, oh, I was just thirsty, and drink it. If she needs to go into the store, someone will go out, so she will don't have to make the effort to open the door. She will just say, oh, thank you, I will just enter. And we always laugh about it because things comes easy to her. It's kind of like her magic. She just, without effort, has the things that she needs, just like passing by through life. And it is because in her chemistry, she is in the flow where the majority of the time things work out. And even though if you are in a stage in your life that life feels a struggle or hard, I have been there millions of times, like a third or fourth dark night of the soul, know that one way or another things will always work out, that there is support, that we are always surrounded by millions and millions of beings, and that if we allow ourselves to shift from I don't know what to do into I'm open to be guided to where I should do, things go easier. If you guys have, let me see if I can see your questions. Daniela, thank you for being here. Sarah, Alex, appreciate it. And something happened to me that I was on vacation. I went to the beach this last week. I appreciate Ellie. Thank you so much for the stars. When I go to the beach, I always like to rent a boat so I go and see the dolphins. And I have been doing shadow work for 3 months in a row because it's part of the way short course that we were doing this month. And I cannot teach anything that I haven't practiced with me before, so I'm kind of like the guinea pig. So I love the dolphins, but I have phobia to the ocean because I am Virgo and Earth sign. I'm not used to the movement of the ocean and kind of freak me out. And I have doing healing on past lives because I have died, drowned, etc., etc., etc. But I always, when I go to the beach, stay in the short, I think is the word, because going further into the deep, it kind of freaks me out, gives me anxiety, and it's something that maybe many of you have anxiety of different things. I have two things that I'm scared of without a reason. That it is heights and deep ocean. But anyway, every year when I go to the ocean, I rent a boat and I crawl myself so I wouldn't fall, waiting for dolphins to come. And we have to go like 2 hours and deep in the ocean. We wait for the dolphins to come if they want to. And if they don't, we go back another 2 hours in a boat. While I'm crawling myself, trying to take pictures. And this time, I noticed that the more resistance I had to fall from the boat, the more painful it was, and the more heightened the waves were. So the boat was kind of like ramping, like, and then I was just like, right? And then my kids were trying to talk to me, that they are adolescent, trying for me to see things, but I was missing the fun because I was trying to be hold to the boat so I wouldn't fall, in my fearful illusion that if I fall, something will happen to me, or I have no idea. So I was trying to say, don't talk to me, I'm trying not to fall. And then they're laughing at me. And then I said to myself, Gretel, you know it's all in your mind. Nothing will happen to you. And even if you fall, the fisherman will pick you up or something. So it doesn't matter. Or even if I die, it doesn't matter either. So I said to myself, breathe and stop crawling to the boat so you can enjoy the ride. And after I say that to myself, honestly, I slowly needed like half an hour to stop holding the bars from the boat, like a mini yacht. And then I realized that if I will hold into my feet, I will find a sort of a stability, because the boat was moving like a lot in the movement of the ocean. And then I noticed that the less resistance I had, because I was watching my kids and they were laughing, going and standing up and down and sitting, and then playing music, and then taking pictures about the ocean while I was trying to hold on to myself. And I said, if we are in the same boat, at the same speed, in the same direction, why am the only one that are scared when everyone else is having fun? And I'm not having fun because I'm thinking that I may fall from the boat. And this is something that I haven't shared here before, but every year that I go, I spend a whole hour's crawl trying not to fall. So the whole ride, not to make this story long, so I can go to your questions that you have, I realized that the more I was fixated on holding on to what I wanted to happen, the more hard it was to find the balance. And the more, between my breathing and telling myself, you can do this, it's just like 3 more hours, and trying to find that balance when you are in movement isn't easy. But when you flow with the movement, you find your balance, and you find your stability, and you find your center, even though there are conditions that will be not exactly directly to me, like the waves of the ocean, or the driver of the boat, or if the dolphins wanted me to see them or not. And this is how life is. Maybe your boat may be because you had COVID, or because you broke up with your boyfriend, or because the economy is bad, or because of the government, or because Russia, or because anything could be what represents a trigger for us that make us whole into feeling insecure, or afraid, or scared, or weak, and miss the fun that life can give to us if we allow ourselves to look around and find reasons to source that balance. And ultimately, this is what this energy from April is. It's not only about how the planets are reading our energy, it's not only about the resurrection that we are all tuning in, whether what is happening to you. It's not only about the eclipse that is going to be the 31 of April. It's about how I can find my center, my core, that it is not dependent on what is happening around me. So I hope that helps. If any of the story that I share about the boat inspire you to find your own stability of your own center, I hope you do it. For me, meditation is key because it gives me this strength where I don't find any to shift whatever that I don't feel comfortable with, so I can be in charge of my own experience. And then I said to myself, maybe I should go every month to the boat until I feel comfortable. And I still think that because I'm afraid to heights, one day maybe I can do, oh my god, in Spanish it will be paracaídas, but in English it is when you fall from an airplane, that you have like a thing that help you not to die, but just like to have an experience. So the ultimate lesson for me was that when I can stand up into whatever shadow that I have that makes me feel whatever that it is in the light, when I stand up and do my best, I can find the way to overcome that, but from my light, from feeling that I have faith, that I have hope, and that things will work out one way or another. And I hope that helps. Let me ask your higher self to speak through me. And whatever question you have, if I miss it, please type that again. Leandra asks, would it be the best to heal a past life to help with the shift? Yes and no. Depends on what you feel guided to do. Because I do think whatever happened to me that it is in my shadow, it isn't because of a past life. It isn't because of what I'm not taking responsibility in this one. And we all have shadow and we all have light. And it isn't about the light or the shadow. It is about where I can find the middle point where that is not a trigger anymore. And there are a million techniques, there are a million ways. So whatever works out for you, it is because it will speak to you. Sometimes hypnosis works, sometimes past life, sometimes light language, sometimes Reiki, sometimes Theta healing. Whatever it is that you feel drawn to, do it. However, when we clear the energy that is connected with that trigger, but we don't make changes in the physical, we grow those distortions again. I hope that makes sense. Like for example, is the third time that I rent a boat to go and see the dolphins. And this is the first time that I allow myself to not to hold on to the boat for the 4 hours that the ride is. Because the past 2 times I wasn't able to trust that it was going to be safe. But this time I did it. Hopefully next time I don't have to hold on to the boat and I just can relax and enjoy the whole ride. But sometimes we need time and sometimes it can be instant. It depends on how deep the wound it is and how willing we are to face it from the light and from the point that I'm eternal and so are you, Leandra. So it doesn't matter if it isn't fixing this one or rectify. We have many more lives to come, and even though if I'm not able to work out my phobia to the ocean, maybe other aspect of me will. Maybe next life will come to be a dolphin. So there are always many different ways to rectify whatever we feel is a distortion. But even distortions are part of divine plan and part of what help us to jump into a higher place. Bleeding starseed. I talked to my higher self and I couldn't read the rest. Let me see if I can read them in my phone. And remember, we are all different. I do share what is working out for me, but you will always know what works out for you because you will feel drawn to. Thank you so much for the stars. I appreciate it. Let me see. On the ocean is beautiful, says Palladian and Starseed. I swim with dolphins in my mind with a dragon. In my mind, I do all of them. I become a mermaid and I talk to them and I understand them. And in meditations, and their light language, I love them. But in physical, I'm in the process. I'm gonna be completely honest. And it's fine. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to be me. And I think I'm here to, the majority of the time, get it rightly. But when I don't get it rightly, it's fine because it allows me to know what I don't enjoy and what I could do in a better way that feels more comfortable for me. I hope that makes sense. Wings, Brilliant Starseed says that she said wings and dust. And actually, we all have it because our aura shifts shape. Every time we think on anything, we actually create it at the energy level for great good or not for great good. Anything we think becomes real at the energy level, and this is something that I have learned to be attentive, and I don't nail that all the time, but I do my best. Let me see if you guys have any questions or would you like me to do light language. Maybe we can do some ocean light language. Well, Atlantean, I think, with dolphins and whales. Thank you so much, Chelsea. Cayetana, hope you are better from your COVID. Hope you are better. Let me see if I have more new comments. Alex, thank you so much for the support. Okay, I don't have new comments. You guys want me to do light language? Any messages for me, Gretel, Chelsea? Yes, let me see. Okay, look. Your aura looks like okay, you looks like when the moon places herself in front of the sun, so we cannot see the sun, but we see the halo of the sun, and it changes. At the beginning, your halo grows green, and then it kinda ends in a rainbow, Chelsea. So, okay, what is that about? Let me ask you guys. Okay, and I see like the basic Pisces. I don't know if you are close to a relationship or you are just starting a relationship, or you are about to meet a soulmate that is important for you in this life, that you're going to learn something. Because it has to do, I'm seeing like two circles that blend in the middle, and that represents creation. And I know we have been working with a twin flame. I don't know, Chelsea, honestly, if this is Nicole Hendricks. I'm going with you next. I don't know if this is the one that you are expecting, but this one, if he isn't, it is going to the one that put you into the direction that you got into the one that you are waiting for. Or either this change and anchor a new aspect of his soul and transcend, or he will just put you higher into what you are waiting for. I hope that makes sense for you more than what I am seeing. I'm getting like 50-50. It feels like, I don't know if you don't know him yet or you already know him, and between higher selves and contract, it's just like being in agreed. Okay. Can you see a message for me? Yes. And then I'm going to go with Nicole. Okay, your aura, it's beautiful aquamarine. So you are definitely a healer. Okay. But what is that about? What do you want me to say to her? Okay, heal to the power of love. Okay. And you have like guides from New Earth. And from Nicole Hendricks, let me ask. What do I see? Okay. Guys are silly today. Okay. Nicole, let the knowledge of your soul to come and assist you. And then I'm going to go with Ellie. You can do that by putting yourself into a receptive mode where you can hear actually what your intuition is saying to you in practice with that. Your aura looks blue, so I feel like your essence or your magic is knowledge, but knowledge that comes through whenever you listen to and remember and then transcend it with him, and then it becomes part of you and then come from your own experience. I hope that makes sense. Ho Ho, can you give me a message please? Yes. There are higher encodements waiting for you to be anchored. So I think in the eclipse, Yo-Yo, you are going to anchor a new aspect of your soul. They're like higher. How do I say that? Like part of your DNA that's ready to be active and revealed from your blueprint. So look for your meditation, take the advantage on the eclipse that is going to be the third one, to look for a meditation that will take you like very high in frequency, like maybe those ones that are like for more than 30 minutes, between an hour if you can, and you guys will come through and assist you with that. Georgina, any messages for me? Yes. And then I'll go with Leandra. Okay, Georgina, your aura looks like literally like rainbow. I don't know if you remember the description of angels from the Bible, like the Old Testament. They were like rings of light that will just have like a sacred geometry. This is how you look. And what does that mean? Let me ask you guys. I feel it had to do with your grandkids. I don't know if any of your grandkids are awake or they will be, but all the things that Thank you so much for the stars. All the things that you are working on yourself, you are going to pass that legacy into, I'm seeing a boy and a girl. So all the things that you will open for your soul family, that you are learning, that you are doing, they're going to use it like a catapult for their mission. I don't know if you have a boy and a girl, or maybe one will come in the future, but I'm seeing a boy and a girl that are alike, that they are going to continue whatever you are doing. Thank you, appreciate it. After COVID, my body changed. It felt like COVID destroyed me from within, but it was actually a good thing, because I'm going back to look alike to a part of my life where I was very happy with me. So it feels like it feels like rejuvenating a little bit, and I'm losing like a lot of weight. Like every week I think I lose like a pound or two. So I'm not doing anything special, but I think it's part of the transformation of my body. Leandra, from the past life, because you are very persistent on a past life. More than a past life, it feels like ancestral healing. Whatever that you are feeling right now that doesn't feel good, thank you so much, Brilliant Starseed. Whatever it's happening into your life that doesn't feel that good, like the most struggle that you have right now at this time, it has to be with your ancestors. Whether you do a past life guided meditation to go and do it, or an ancestral healing, any of those will work out. And I suggest that you do that and then do a cut course meditation with Archangel Michael, and then do a violet fire meditation. That is something like unconscious. Hola Matilde, thank you. There's something like unconscious that holds you back, that has to be with your ancestors. Ancestral meditation or past life, and then cut course, and then like violet flame. If you can, that will be like the formula that will assist you to release whatever feels like a huge struggle. Let me see if I can read your questions from my phone, because sometimes I hope all is well with your daughter Matilde. Message me anything, and if you want, we can do a healing session and share healing with whoever needed. Okay, Pleiadian Starseed asks, do I also need to release or cleanse some of more those past life issues? Look, do what I advise if you can. Joan, after this, I'm going to go with you. And thank you for being here. The more we look for things to heal, the more that we will activate it. Remember, according to the law of attraction, like look for alike. So the more we seek for things to fix, the more we will manifest it. Like if you go to the doctor, I swear to you, they will find something. Or you have your toes ugly, or you are allergic to something, or you have something in your blood, or you should prevent some tests just in case you may have something. So it's good to heal when you feel like you are like blocking yourself, but in another moments, it's good just to stand into what feels right and to go from there. Like me in the boat. Yes, I was scared. I tried to breathe, it didn't work. I invoked all the angels, it didn't work because my fear was huge. And then I tried to go little by little, holding myself, letting go, holding myself, letting go, until I noticed that when I let go, nothing happened, and it was safe not to be holding on. Does that make sense? So it's fine to go back and forth. until we find a point that works for us. But because I was holding on to the boat because of my fear, I was missing the fun. And the more we look for things to fix in the world, the most we're going to miss the fun. There are beautiful, magical things happening around, but we just have to tune into and see. When you wake up in the morning, Spirit, today, show me where I can be happy. Show me where I can try. Show me where I can be a cosmic badass. Show me where I can be better. Show me where I can feel good. Show me where I can resuscitate like Christ and bring that light. I was actually reading a book about Neville Goddard. I don't know how to pronounce that in English, because my mom was reading it and then she suggested, and now that I was in vacation, I was trying to, and I don't remember the name of the book, but he was talking about the I am and the I am, and I fell asleep while reading it. Well, I was falling asleep. In my dream, I was seeing a lot of different doors. I was entering into each door, and each door had a different scenario from the future. And if some of the scenarios, I'm just gonna tell you one, because see, when the one that I disliked the most, there was some problem with the food. You couldn't trust food from supermarket. I don't know what happened. And then me and my family were saying that we need to grow our own food. And I was saying, fuck, all my plants die, right? I'm learning to work with plants. And I'm learning to talk to them and take care of my plants, but I'm not like a gardener by essence. So in my dream, I was being worried because I said, damn, what am I gonna do if I don't know how to grow my own food, right? And then I was pulled back because from whatever that is scenario I was seeing from the future, I got out of alignment. And then I see that I was seeing myself as a being of light, like each of you are without your body. We are like God, like goddesses, like angels. We are that beautiful without the limitation that we have right here. And then I said, well, if I am all that I am, right, and I am powerful and God is with me, I will put that at that time, I will know how to grow my own vegetables, right? So I fix it, whatever that I perceive that may happen in the future. And we have all that, but we hold on to ourselves because we don't believe we can create those solutions. I hope that makes sense. Nicolette, hey lovely, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Maybe have a message for you? Yes. Hold the space. Hold the space for yourself. Be kind and gentle. Lots of self-love, Nicolette, but also hold the space for all others. One way or another, we are all going through a challenge, and maybe the whole half of the year is going to be like that, and then by the end of the year is going to ease a bit, and then by the end of the year, like November, December, is going to raise up again. I'm not sure exactly what will happen in the future. I will lie to you. I saw many things. I'm not exactly what I will choose that it will happen to me, but we do have free will. We do have choice. And I think I was seeing all of those things that may happen in the future, so I'll get ready. And I don't get ready because I will purchase a lot of food in my refrigerator. Maybe I'll get ready because I can find a stability no matter what the conditions are, like me and my boat. Stop holding on to the things I think are working out for me that are really aren't, and let go all those little ways that I sabotage myself, and trust that I'm gonna be okay no matter what. So this is what I learned. Let me see. Any Easter message for my guides? Yes. again, do a ritual meditation this full moon. That is going to be the 16th. I think it is tomorrow. And because it's in line with the frequencies of balance, you can do a list, or you can just think or do a meditation if you want. But if you are guided, do a ritual where you choose equally things that you would like to let go and equally things that you would like to receive. So let's say that you put 10 and 10 things that are working for you, that you free them to the universe without the need to know how they're going to be resolved or let go, and then add other 10 things. It could be 2 and 2, 3 and 3, whatever number you want to do. For new things will come. So take the advantage of the moonlight to set the intentions, so you recalibrate into the place that you will enjoy the most. I don't know if I can pronounce your name, but I will tell you Heal if that it's okay. Thank you so much. And I have been sending you healing every day whenever I do healing on myself. That normally it is in the afternoon meditation. And I hope it works out for you. Really, really do. Let me see if you guys have. Thank you so much for the stars. Remember that I change the Saturday live from Friday live. Thank you, Kayetan. I'm glad you're good. Crazy times, yes. But you know what? Crazy time can bring crazy awesome things too. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that resonated. Let me see if I can get any other question for you guys. Otherwise, I think we are able to do a light language. Anything in special that you... Alan, thank you so much for being here. You have been one of my angels, like from a long time ago, and I'm grateful and I appreciate it. Any intention that would you like me to bring? Because I was thinking maybe we can do some resurrection meditation, because Easter is going to be Sunday, and if you have a tradition to have a reunion with your family, try to hold a space for yourself and also for every other. Be kind with yourself, but be kind with everyone else. Sometimes we don't like our family, but whenever we need it, family is always there. And those family gatherings, they're always remembered like forever and ever. So try to make them the most enjoyable for all. Yes, resurrection sounds good. Okay. Please take a deep breath. I want you to imagine that you hold the hands of your higher self and grab your higher self very strongly and ask your higher self to assist you, to guide you. Make sure your body is comfortable. Adjust the volume, the sound, the light, and this is just going to be like 10 minutes. From your higher self, a golden light from the spirit, divinity of God will come out like a golden laser light that will permeate your third eye, between your eyebrows, in the middle of your forehead, and notice with any effort if you have any sensation I would like to be assistant for the most highest and loving guys that can come through today. We have the Council of Light. Himalaja. This is the name that I have chosen as the higher self of Gretel, and I am in a form of a high priest, an ancient one from Earth. And I do belong to the Christ consciousness, te eshkara bora siri kiara kora ashki te esa kere eshka. Higher self collective from Earth, it is the ascended aspect of each of you that assists Mother Gaia with guidance, with observations, to see if any intervention must be. And we ask each of you to elevate your light into the 12th dimension through the golden light. Te aba kori esere eshka. Each of you will be surrounded with 12 high priests from the higher self collective. That it is aligned and supervised with the council of light. In this case, light is being transmitted, photonic light, from the forehead of your higher self, whether you see it as a female or male, or alien, or a god, or just a light. As the light enters your mind, Tiavara Korea Sara Eke Eshka, you are going to begin to see how a golden spark of Christ consciousness began to form the pillars of a temple. Te aba kori ki eshka, te eshka kori eshka. And it is our wish that the most holiest light can blend with the light of higher self into a soft and gentle stream of sacredness, of holiness, waking up divinity in you. Ti ava kore ki ashka, te eshka ko iki eshka. As you imagine that in your mind, the light begins to form the pillars of a temple, you'll add coats of light within. Tiva kori ishka. They are priests outside of the temple that chants on your honor. Ti ishkira pare kiresera ko oshka. The temple that you are building in your mind, it is encoded with photonic light, crystal light, pure source consciousness. Begin to form the temple. Add no roof so you can see the sky. Tivara kori ishka te eseko ishka. You're going to see the most exquisite decorations made of the light in your own temple. Tiafa kori eseke eshka. As you relax, bless yourself in the temple. Create holes, big windows, and exquisite doors that are open. There are angels in front, angels in the back, angels on the right, angels on the left, and all of your guides. You can invite any of your ancestors, of any person that you would like to share the healing for today, and place that person or group of persons next to you. Ti ava kori iki ishka ta aseko ishka. When you see yourself, place yourself in a prayer position. Place your hand back, touching slightly with your shin and your nose, your fingers. And as you imagine yourself, Viera kire ashka kore ki eseke eshka. Notice how the sky is magnificent. The most exquisite blue, decoded with orange and pink and white, and the sun will gaze upon your honor, a warm rays of light that will permeate and bless every aspect of you. Ti ava kori iki eshka te eseko eshka. Place the imagine of God in front of you. God in the ancient times of earth will create its own avatar, and it will call it the Lord. The Lord of the Lords, the King of the Kings. Even though God is all that it is, will have a part of God in front of you in whatever form feels comfortable. Outside of the temple, ti eshka va kiereki eseko ashka. You can see the most exquisite garden, beautiful trees, bounce into the arms of the air. The clouds taste like sweetened cotton. There are animals, crystals, elementals. They are all chanting on your honor. Ti efa kori ki eshka te eseke eshka. You will notice that in the floor, water comes through and wash away as a purification blessing from the holy light of the hands of God. Through the hands of God, water comes through. Water that comes upon your crown. Ti ava kori ishka te eseko eshna. You see every aspect of you being blessed. Your chakras, your meridians, your organs, your bones, every cell, in all timelines, in all spaces, kingdoms, and dimensions. And as you contemplate yourself in front of God, in meditation, feel the intimate connection between the God that is inside of you and that is all around. Imagine, create the sensation of the water that blesses you from the hands of God, holding you like the invisible air, bathing you, washing away the sorrows, the pains, the traumas. And if you are willing, extend that water into your world, your own rivers, your own oceans, your government, your hospitals, and all the ones that are in need of a blessing. Ti eshka koro va ki ete koro va ki eshka ti eseko ishna. In ancient time, when you were being baptized by the hands of a master, you were going to be given a new name because it will represent that you had changed and that you were closer to the heavens. The name that you see in your mind, it's the name of your soul. Trust what you receive. Tiva kori ki eshka ke ese ti eshna. If you can, in your imagination, receive the blessing of God. as he states, Te va ko ki ala va hel siadai, he va ko iti eshka ti ishna. May the hands of God wash away all the pain and the sorrow as it is released, transcend. May the Holy Spirit bless and seed light that grow and spread for the highest good of all. Ti eva kori iki ishka ti eseko ishna. And as you breathe, see yourself in the temple with running water through you, being blessed by God itself. In a temple that it has been built in your mind with beautiful gardens and angels. So when you are hopeless, when you feel afraid, insecure, seat yourself inside the temple and request the assistance of anyone or anything from the heavens that will come lovingly and willingly to hold you into the arms of the light. Please, within your own silence, contemplate your connection with the God within and with the God that is reflected all around. Notice how it feels to be whole in the arms of the light. Notice how much support that is available. And notice how quickly you can shift. Now it is the time to do your own prayer and to set your own intention. Do that now. Ti eki arava ki ere ke eshka koro sere eki eshka. Ku da ne eva kori esa kori eshka koro ti ira koro ni eshna. Ha va ki ete ki ara kiri ese. Kure te ere ke ese ko ishna. Mu nini esere i eki ashka te asa kori eki eshna. Pu va ti ena koro hi te eshka u ama etiara asa hapi via ka ava otoro usori iki eshka. When this transmission is complete, please tune into the space that is all around you. See yourself in your reality. Breathe, recalibrate, and ground. Thank you so much for being with me, for helping me to co-create this space. Very grateful. You guys have no idea. For the ones that are with me in the supporters group in Facebook, this month I am going to do videos for you guys about physical healing. I'm not sure exactly how the information will come through, but I'm willing to be open to work things out on behalf of all of us together. Have a beautiful resurrection this Sunday. Don't forget to place your intention this full moon that it is tomorrow, I think. Yes. And for the ones that are with me in the Way Short program, if I haven't contacted you to schedule our one-on-one, please shoot me an email or a message in encodedfrequency.com. The 23, I have been invited in a conference with other star light workers that do things like the one I am. I'm going to send you guys the details into the mail list, the ones that are added into the mail list for you guys if you want to attend. It's a conference about the Lyran race, and I don't remember how it's called, but I will share the material to the mail list if you want to be. There are 7 or 8 star codes. It's the one who it is organizing that, and I am honored to have been invited. I'm excited to be. So let's see how it flows. I will keep you guys updated, and have a beautiful weekend. Remember, don't miss the fun because you're holding on to what it isn't working out for you. Be brave and courageous to know that you are guided, that you are supported. If you feel like you're losing yourself, remember that you have a temple right here that you can tune into any time and download anything you need, where that is a moment to talk to God itself. Don't forget that meditation helps us to reset whatever is going on. If life is hard, meditate. If you know how to do Reiki on yourself. If you know how to do light language, then do light language. If you know that crystals work, then work with crystals. Whatever technique works hard for you, do it. See you guys next week, next Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Have a beautiful rest of the week. Bye-bye.